Most people don't think too much about how they sit, but at Secret Lab, that's all we do. It's the reason why the company exists, and it is the reason why over 50 product engineers come into work every single day. So the right chair shouldn't just be all about comfort. The right chair should allow you to be productive when you're in focus mode, and it should allow you to get your rest scores up when you're taking a break.
What is it that people get wrong about sitting, and what does Secret Lab do differently?
I think the biggest misconception around sitting and ergonomics is that over the past few decades, there's this theory about sitting upright, and there's this 90-90-90 angle that you're supposed to sit in. The issue with that is that nobody can sit like that for hours on end. Some furniture companies, even the rare few good ones, they have designed their chairs to basically accommodate this perfect posture. What happens the other 80% of the time when you're not able to maintain this perfect posture? The reality is that you will likely develop bad sitting habits, which might lead to backaches and back pain. At Secret Lab, we have a different take on ergonomics. Our bodies were made to move. A good chair should encourage movement. Our very first chairs were made for gamers, and we've tested with esports athletes who sit for up to 16 hours a day. They were the perfect stress test for performance and comfort. And to challenge our assumptions, we founded a board of ergonomics advisors, specializing in biomechanics and orthopedics to validate our theories and design. We obsessed over every design decision, from the density of our foam to the exact angle and curvature of our backrests and lumbar support. We do all of this to ensure our theories actually translate into the real world, so our users can sit with long-term benefits. That is the thinking that became the foundation of everything we've built. It's what allowed us to create chairs trusted by the best in the world, designed not just for long hours, but to the way you naturally sit. And today, 4 years in the making, I'm excited to announce something new. Everything we've learned and everything we've stood by all these years now takes on a new form.
Secret Lab Atlas is our first ever ergonomic task chair. Designed for all-day focus and productivity, it reimagines how a task chair should look and feel. Most task chairs are designed only for focused work. They don't account for the need to take a break. Secret Lab Atlas changes that. Secret Lab Atlas is a result of years of studying how people sit to improve productivity. This is where we discovered the Pomodoro technique, which is a productivity hack that has worked really well for us. You cycle between intervals of focus and rest to manage fatigue and improve productivity, whether you're working or gaming. So we decided to make a chair designed for both focus mode and rest mode, so you can do more throughout the day. So what exactly is focus mode and rest mode? When you're focused, you'll naturally adopt an upright posture with your feet firmly planted on the ground. But you can only maintain this posture for short periods of time before your muscles get fatigued, and this can actually be really bad for you. Then you'll naturally try to relieve the pressure by leaning back and mechanically unloading so you can recover and get ready for your next set of focus mode. The first feature of the Secret Lab Atlas that helps you seamlessly move between focus and rest modes is our synchronous tilt mechanism. Active dynamic sitting helps to relieve the buildup of stress on your body. Our synchronous tilt moves at a 2-to-1 ratio. This does two things. It allows your hips to move dynamically, and you can keep your feet planted on the ground even in rest mode. You can smoothly rock back and forth or lock the tilt at 4 different angles. We also have 4 levels of tilt force adjustment that let you tune the resistance to match your weight. so leaning back feels smooth, easy, and comfortable. It was very important for us to make it easy to adjust at any time. You can easily see the resistance level with this tilt force indicator, so you can dial it up and down as you need throughout the day. When it comes to the seat base, we've applied the same golden principles from the Titan Evo. We reconfigured the pebble seat base and the waterfall edge. It is also 4 centimeters lower to ensure that your feet stay firmly planted on the ground. And additionally, the seat base is now adjustable, so you can extend or retract it so you can find the optimum support. Our recurve backrest supports your entire back. This is really important in rest mode. Without a full height backrest, you won't get any support for your head and neck. The Secretlab Atlas has a specially contoured head support that's compatible with our magnetic head pillow that is made from memory foam and a layer of cooling gel. You can easily move it up and down to fit your head and neck profile, so you will be supported and comfortable in both focus mode and in rest mode. Our dedicated lumbar support is mapped against people of all shapes and sizes, helping to maintain the natural curvature of your spine. This maintains the healthy, neutral alignment. A matrix of springs is molded into the backrest foam itself that micro-flexes with your movements and boosts how responsive the foam feels, so you get the perfect amount of lumbar support no matter how you're sitting. And it looks absolutely amazing. The Secretlab Atlas is manufactured with our patent-pending cold cure foam technology. If a seat is too soft, it will sag and lack support. Your muscles have to work harder to keep you stable, leading to fatigue and even pain over long hours. We deliberately formulated our signature cold cure foam to be medium firm, to give you the stability and support you need while still being soft and comfortable. The Secretlab Atlas is crafted in a range of colors that feel at home in any space. Meet Dune, a brand new colorway for our Softweave Plus fabric. Softweave Plus is our advanced technical knit. With full control over every thread, it really brings the Dune colorway to life. Dune is available in our medium firm cold cure foam. But if you want something even softer, the Dune Plus comes with our next generation nano foam composite, which is a soft cushion microfoam top on a cold cure foam base. This is our softest and most supportive foam yet, made for cushioning without compromise. The armrests, the tilt levers, and the wheelbase on Dune Plus are also color matched for added detail and an even cleaner look. The Secretlab Atlas also comes with our advanced NanoGen hybrid leatherette. It is the softest, most durable leatherette we have ever made, now available in Pure Black Plus and Pure White Plus. The Secretlab Atlas is designed to look good anywhere from a spacious living room to a compact study. It is available in 9 different foam and upholstery combinations. With so many options to choose from, there's something for everyone and every setup. I can't wait for you to get yours.
I'm Dr. Lindsay, and we're going to work on building a setup that works for you. The Atlas was built to move with you, because the way you sit isn't static. It changes based on what you're doing. When you're focused, you naturally adopt a more upright posture. Your spine lengthens, your shoulders settle, and your feet clamp firmly on the ground. This is what we call a task-focused posture, and it's where some of your best work can happen. This is what the Secretlab Atlas was specifically designed for. Every element is focused on maintaining a neutral upright spine without forcing rigidity. The recurve backrest supports the natural S curvature of your spine through the thoracic and lumbar regions and provides a stable base for your pelvis. This prevents some of those really common breakdowns we see with prolonged sitting, such as slouching forward into a C shape or overcompensating into a more rigid upright posture. Its synchronous tilt mechanism allows for a smooth, intuitive transition between focused upright sitting and moments of release, allowing you to lean back without compromising support or alignment. Because the best chairs don't lock you into one position. They allow you to move through them. Atlas adapts seamlessly to how you structure your work. Take, for example, the Pomodoro technique, a simple but effective way to alternate between periods of deep focus and recovery that's pretty popular amongst productivity gurus. When you start a focus block, you're going to want to engage the tilt lock, keeping the backrest upright and stable. This reinforces that task-focused posture, feet planted, spine neutral, attention forward. When it's time to reset, simply unlock the tilt and lean back. The transition is smooth and supported and allows your body to shift out of that focus state without losing alignment. Because productivity isn't about how you sit, it's how you move between states. So let's see what that looks like. Whenever you sit in a new chair for the first time, you're gonna wanna make sure your feet are firmly planted on the ground. So you're gonna adjust the seat height so your hips are at or just above knee level. From there, we're gonna go over to the seat depth. This is a new feature on the Atlas, and before you adjust it, you wanna make sure your low back is firmly against the lumbar support. From there, you're gonna adjust the depth so there's 2 to 3 fingers between the back of your knee and the seat. If there's not enough space, this puts pressure on the back of your knees and affects blood flow in your lower extremities. If there's too much space, this affects how your pressure and your weight gets distributed. After seat depth, we're gonna go over to adjusting the tilt resistance. Now, the exact tilt resistance you choose is gonna be based on how much you weigh and the activities that you're doing. But a general rule of thumb is the heavier the resistance, the more supported your spine is. The lower the resistance, the easier it is to move. And lastly, you're gonna wanna adjust the head pillow. Now, if you put it in the nape of your neck, this allows it to support the natural curvature of your cervical spine. Once your chair's set, we're gonna go over to the desk and adjust some more ergonomics from there. When you pull up to the desk, there's a couple things you're gonna wanna adjust. The first is the actual desk height. You're gonna wanna move the desk up or down, so when your hands are resting on the keyboard, your elbows are at about 90 degrees and your wrists are in a neutral position. From there, you can adjust arms themselves. You wanna bring them up or down so they're resting at the same level as the desk itself. This allows for equal weight distribution through your forearms when your hands are on the keyboard. From there, you can adjust the monitor height. You want to use the Magnus's adjustable arms to bring the top of the screen at or just below eye level. We spend so much time at our desks that taking the time to find the right setup is really important. Ergonomics comes from adjustability, and even a small change in desk and chair height can make a huge difference.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Q&A. If you've made it this far, thank you. We have a good chat in store for you today. But first, in the chat, please let us know, can you stay focused all day? And what are some productivity tips and tricks that you have for the viewers? Let us know. We would love to hear them from you because we're gonna talk a lot about focus and productivity. The Secret Lab Atlas has been the last 4 years of our life, and I'm here with the main man, Vincent, our head of industrial design. Welcome.
Glad to be here.
Glad to be here as well. So this is the first time Secret Lab has ever created an ergonomic task chair. Why is this the right time now?
Maybe I could just share why we decided to do this product in the first place. It's been more than 4 years since we launched the Titan Evo. And since then, we've been so busy. We've launched a whole Magnus desk line. We've got all the accessories that come with the chair and the desk. So it's like literally dozens of projects. I guess we're doing it now because we learned a lot during the Titan Evo days on how to build a really good chair from support to comfort. So we really wanted to take everything that we learned while designing the Titan Evo. So things about the cold cure foam, things about the upholstery, support and comfort, even the ergonomic dimensions that create the contours of the product, and then reconfigure it into a productivity-focused task chair.
So Vincent, I must admit, I had never heard of a task chair before. What is a task chair, and what do we do that other office or task chairs miss?
I think a lot of the office chairs that we've tested or see on the market, they're really focused and designed for office environment. And generally, if your boss is walking by, you don't want to be seen like sleeping or napping at the desk. So they've designed it for one particular posture, but they don't really pay attention to the rest component of this productivity. So you'll notice that backrest is mid-height. You don't get sufficient headrest, and you don't get the right amount of adjustability to switch between focus mode and rest mode. And that's some of the things that we noticed, and we really made sure that the Secret Lab Atlas hit those marks. So you'll notice we've got the full height backrest. You'll notice that we've still got the memory foam head pillow, and we've also made it incredibly easy for you to adjust the resistance and the tilt however many times you want throughout the day, just so you can tune in the right amount of support.
Okay, I think we need to double click a little bit into focus and rest mode, because I know that so many people want to be more productive. What do you mean by productivity?
Basically how it works is that you cycle between sets of focus mode and rest modes so that you can prolong how long you stay productive or how long you can focus. And we were using this to, for work and for gaming, just so that we can do more out of our day. The focus mode for me personally is like when I sit upright with my spine stacked and then my feet firmly planted on the floor. And for some reason, everyone can go try this at home, you just become more focused in this position. I feel like it's like a cat that's ready to pounce or something. You're just in that stance and you're just ready to go. But you can't stay in this position for too long. I mean, if you sit like this for more than like 20, 30 minutes, you're gonna start feeling aches and stuff, and you also get tired. We've come to realize that you can't do that for long periods of time. But back then, I don't know if they really cared, because like they were just designing it for the office environment, and the boss kind of wants to crack the whip and make sure you're working all the time. But we realized that if you want to work for longer, you actually need that rest component. We've designed this chair to make sure that you can seamlessly go in between and you are fully supported in both postures.
I know I've heard you talk about how athletes really prioritize rest. How are you thinking about that?
Yeah, so for anyone that's ever gone to the gym or tried to improve themselves athletically, everyone knows the rest set is almost as important as the working set, if not even more important, and how you time it especially. So it's different for everyone, and you can train yourself up to be productive for longer times, but in general, you always still need that rest set. So that's why we've made it just as important for the rest component on our chair as the productive, focused component.
A feature that I want to really dive deep into is the recurve backrest with the integrated lumbar. How did you think about engineering that?
Well, we wanted to take the guesswork out of adjusting the lumbar. Something that we've noticed in our industry over the past, especially couple of years, is a lot of focus on the lumbar support. And I think it became a trend in the market where everyone's trying to one-up each other on how much lumbar support they have. One thing that a lot of people don't realize is that there is a perfect amount of lumbar, and not more lumbar is better. Just the same as no lumbar is also not as good. So we've done a lot of studies over the years to make sure that we have the perfect amount of lumbar. And what we've come up with is a fully integrated assembly where the foam actually modes over the springs itself. So you're gonna have a much more reactive lumbar experience that is dynamic to whoever's sitting in it. So you'll always find the perfect amount of lumbar support.
I guess I'm curious though, I mean, obviously everyone has a different body type. How do you think about if you're taller or you're a smaller frame, how would this chair, I guess, accommodate?
Through our studies, what we've realized is the dimension between the where you need the lumbar support and where you sit doesn't really deviate too much as you grow taller and shorter within the adult range. So we've engineered our backrest so that I'm quite confident that the vast majority of people will be able to sit into this chair and then get the suitable amount of lumbar support that they'll need.
Okay, so talking about adjustments on the chair, let's start with the tilt block and the tilt tension. I think the camera can zoom in a little bit here and we can showcase the cool little user windows and the decisions that you've made here.
One of the things that was really important to me was to be able to go between focus mode and rest mode seamlessly, and also have a transition in between those two modes. So obviously we've got tilt tension that adjusts for your weight class. In the manual, you'll see the ranges. So we've got 1 to 4. So I'm sitting at around 75 kilos, so I'd sit between around 2. I also use the tension to bias me towards productivity or towards rest. So if I want to stay a little bit more productive, but I want a bit of dynamic movement in my hips, I'll dial it up to 3 or maybe even 4. So when I do lean back, the chair is actively pushing me back into a more upright position where I can stay focused. And then if I want to be a little bit more biased towards rest, I'll dial it all the way down to 1, and I'm going to have a little bit less tension in the backrest, so I can lean back and I can kind of stay in the rest mode.
You know, one of the things that everyone talks about is the feeling of our foam. And I do want to touch upon the difference between other task chairs that are built with mesh. You know, there's some leading chairs out there that have mesh. In terms of the experience and what it does for your body, maybe you can talk about the science behind it.
Sure. It was a decision for us, and it was a difficult one because, you know, mesh chairs are very popular. But, you know, we've done a lot of studies over the years, and they're all pointing at the same thing, that for the seat base specifically, foam just performs better in terms of pressure distribution. And the reason behind that is that mesh, when you sit into it, it acts like a hammock. So when your load is going straight down, it has to transfer the load up to the frames, which is around the mesh, before it goes down to the ground. And then because of that, it's much harder for mesh to be softer or as supportive in the right areas, so that you'll get pressure spikes, depending on like how you're sitting and who you are, but it's just much harder to control with mesh. So what you'll find with like basically most reputable mesh chairs is that they have to put a layer of foam underneath the mesh anyway, just so that you can get like a proper or close to proper pressure distribution so that you can sit for longer. Foam doesn't have that issue because we are able to formulate our foam and the geometry and the contouring to make sure that you have the perfect amount of support where you need it. So I think one of the things that like we've actively decided to do is to keep our chairs medium firm, because it'd be so easy for us just to make like a super soft chair. People would sit in it and be, oh, this is super comfortable and like so much better. But like if you sit in it for as long as our customers do, which is, you know, 6, 8, 10 hours a day, you will start getting your back pain and you will start getting postural problems. And so we've stuck by that. We really believe that having a medium firm chair is going to be better for your back, and you are going to be able to sit longer and in a more healthy posture as a result of it. And we're okay to sell less chairs because of that.
Yeah, it's a matter of principle.
Yeah.
I love that.
Exactly.
I love that. Okay, so I see a lot of comments online where people are requesting to have the Softweave Plus upholstery with the nano foam composite, and now we have it in the Atlas, so I know everyone's gonna be really excited about that. What are the differences that people feel when they sit on either the Atlas or the Atlas with the nano foam composite?
Okay, so you would start with the upholstery. So we've got leatherette and then we've got soft weave. So for warmer environments, you would go for a soft weave because it's more breathable. And then for the cooler environments, you'll go with leather. But also up to personal preference for like what suits your environment, what suits your setup. From there, you would choose between our base models, which would be our patented co-cure foam. So that's the one that everyone knows and loves. It's a medium firm foam, so it provides the perfect amount of support that you need throughout the day. But if you want to elevate it a touch, you can go for the nano foam, which is our dual composite, where we've got the co-cure foam base and then a nano foam layer on top. And what that does is it makes it feel a little bit more plush and soft without compromising on the support at all. So you'll still have the perfect amount of support you need, but just with an extra soft layer. I'm currently sitting in the nano foam one, and obviously I would recommend that to everyone, but I do also know a lot of our customers and our colleagues prefer the firmer sitting experience as well. So I think it really comes down to preference. You can be confident that you're going to get the support that you need with both of them. It's just really, do you prefer a firmer sitting experience or a softer sitting experience?
Let's talk about the aesthetics. I know that we're debuting the Dune colorway and the Dune Plus. That's what you're in right now. What did we think about the colorways and why did we choose these colorways?
I think over the years, I'm a little bit older. I feel a little bit more mature. And we decided that we wanted to go for something a bit more understated that blends well with the rest of your setup. So whether you have wood, whether you have plants, whether you have white or black, I'm confident that one of these chairs is going to blend in and fit really well with your setup. So with the Dune one in particular, I think it works really well with like warmer environments. So like people with wooden setups, if you've got plants like greenery, then it just sits together really nicely.
Yeah, and the color matching of the whole chair looks just absolutely sleek.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Looks very good.
Okay, the question that everyone is asking, how would you choose between the Titan Evo and the Atlas?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I think a lot of people watching this might be asking right now. And I think a lot of it comes down to preference, but let me make this a little bit easier for people. The Atlas, as we've been saying, is really built around productivity. So if you're working from home or even in the office, I guess, but you want to stay focused and productive for most of the time that you're going to be sitting in the chair, I would recommend the Atlas. If you plan on sleeping in your chair, spending like a lot of time in your chair doing everything, if you're going to be watching a mini series for like 10 to 12 hours, I'd recommend the Evo, because the Evo's got the recline so that you can recline it down into like a bed, and it's a little bit bigger, so you're gonna have a little bit more of a sofa experience, I guess. So the distinction between the two really is if you want to relax and sleep and spend way more time on it than the Evo, and if you want to be more productive and task focused, but still have the ability to, sit back and relax every now and then, watch a movie or a couple of episodes, then the Atlas will be good.
Well, I think that wraps up today. Thank you so much, Vincent. And thank you everyone for joining at home. I know that you have questions. I see them in the chat. Our community managers are answering as many as possible, but I know that there are specific questions around your house or your aesthetics or something that matters to you. So please do ask it and we'll get to it. Otherwise, you can go to our Reddit. We have a very extensive FAQ up. And of course, our website is up as well. The Secret Lab Atlas is available from $499 if you're in the US. So go ahead and check it out. Thanks, everyone.